Have you ever thought of how does a fish feel when it comes to a different pond with slight change in water type? Well, the fish adapts to the new environment with time. But if you are culturing these fishes, then for proper growth, you have to test the water and act for optimum environmental situation. Like if pH is low or hardness is more, you have to apply lime in that water. Similarly, what happens when students switch their medium from regional language medium to English medium? Let's understand. National Education Policy, NEP, 2020 advises to keep the medium of instruction until grade 5 or preferably till grade 8 will be in home language or mother language. Even before the implementation of NEP 2020, Jawahar Navodaya Vidyalayas, JNV at national level and Odisha Adarsh Vidyalayas, OAV at state level in Odisha take students for admission in class 6th and then lateral entry in 9th practice the same. Generally, both of these type of schools, the mission is to provide quality English medium education to rural talents of the district or the block. Many of the students who qualify and get admission are from regional language medium, and during initial days they struggle to adapt a new medium of learning, so schools need to make some strategy to bridge the gap between two media of instructions so that the child can learn and adapt easily. Here I will suggest 10 strategy for the schools or teachers to bridge the gap. 1. One day, one word. Every day in the morning assembly, there should be a word of the day. Learning new word every day will strengthen the vocabulary of students. 2. Bilingual lesson planning. Teachers should plan the lessons grounded in real life situations and plan to promote multilingualism. 3. Bilingual TLM. Teachers should have bilingual approach for these kids and prepare bilingual teaching learning materials for them. 4. Practice tense and sentence formation. One day, one verb. I had a teacher named Rakesh sir during my high school days who had made a rule for us to write all tense forms in Odia and English with a new verb every day. That is how I learned translation easily. I believe this can be an effective approach to make students feel comfortable making sentences. English teacher need to guide the students with tense and time, then should evaluate their progress every day. 5. Small activities using pictures. Teachers can plan small activities showing pictures and asking to explain the students what they see in a particular picture or video. 6. Practice of listening, writing, reading and speaking skills. Teachers can use simple tasks like writing daily diary or 10 lines on a special day or a person or thing with simple sentences. Or you can try with assigning students to read selected news from newspaper, poems or stories. Emphasize conversation in English. Let them speak. Be it grammatically incorrect, you can correct them, but they should get the exposure to speak. 7. Adopt varied mode of assessment. Assessment should be planned creatively to evaluate the achievement of desired competencies in students. Assess the students in form of games, quizzes with some feedback and reinforcement. Make the assessment interesting for students. You can play quizzes like Kaun Banega Crorepati. This is one quiz competition like KBC that I do with my students. I have named it Kaun Banega Kalam, named after Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam. These questions were made for higher class students. You can plan questions according to the mental age of students. You can give an interesting name to the competition and play it with kids. You can include videos, images or sound in the questionnaire to make it more engaging and interesting. 8. Roleplay. Students can be guided for roleplay with short script based on the curricular or moral lessons with easy dialogues. This can be a creative approach to make students feel interested for your lessons. 9. Teacher exchange program or student visit programs. This is on part of both the schools. Students below grade 5 should get the exposure of visit to nearby high schools or KV or JNV or OAV during special occasions or exhibitions, so they will feel familiar when they come after admission. Or schools can plan for teacher exchange programs for few days in a year so that students would be familiar to teachers of nearby schools. 10. Do not develop inferiority complex. This is most important task for the teachers to motivate and let the students feel their potentials. At times I have seen some students coming from regional language medium feel inferior to their classmate who were from English medium earlier just because they speak good English or do not fear to speak. But these kids have the understanding capacity and knowledge too, but what they need is to feel comfortable to express themselves. So it's important task for the teachers to make conducive environment in the school for all category of students. That's all from my side. I hope this will help you to bridge the gap. But it's not like these are the only things that you can do. You can think out of the box and can plan more. Like, share and subscribe to BK Gyanshala. Comment your suggestions what more can be done for bridging the gap.